full court press, the administration, they are emphasizing immigration today in a big way. The president's going to Michigan for a 100-day speech. There's no escaping, though, that what's driving, in the view of most analysts, the poll decline and the general feeling that the 100 days is not going super well is the trade policy, the tariff policy. Here is Scott Bessent this morning, following up on his appearance on ABC yesterday, 107, on Squawk Box, defending the tariff policy.
Last Tuesday, you had a meeting that JP Morgan hosted. This was this private investor summit, and your comments either leaked out or got out. And those comments, if you really look at the market, moved the market materially higher on the back of them, where you said, quote, there will be a de-escalation in the very near future. That was the quote. And so my question to you is, what confidence or assurance do you have, having made that statement, when it now appears, maybe I'm misunderstanding it, that when you did meet with the Chinese last week during the IMF meeting, you did not talk about tariffs yourself, and it sounds like you're not engaged or involved in these China tariff discussions yourself. Maybe the president is. I know he said that he is, but you said that you don't know about those conversations.
Well, Andrew, first of all, to clarify the meeting with JP Morgan, there was nothing that I said in that meeting, nothing that I had not already said in the mainstream media 72 hours before. So I was surprised when the market rallied. And if you were to look at what happened after the meeting, after I sat down for a press conference, markets sold off. So if you bought during the meeting, you actually lost. To get to
all right, you can dump out of this. He goes on. It was a long interview. I heard no news in it. Here's a tweet from someone in the financial world about Scott Bessent in general. Bessent single-handedly keeping markets afloat with 4 interviews a day, not saying anything that is particularly positive, but he has a Morgan Freeman voice / narration style, and it's just very calming to people. Dan, where are we as the week begins on tariffs, trade, markets, and the president's polling?
And the polling's bad, and it's not just the tariffs. It was going down prior to the tariffs. Tariff accelerated it, made it worse. But even Doge had turned negative in the last month, and frankly has gotten even worse. I think I keep going back to this. How does Trump declare victory on the tariffs? You're seeing more and more. I said this earlier last week. I think they're going to announce frameworks that are basically aspirational agreements with no real details. He will then pull the tariffs down, or he'll suspend them, right, to give them so it sounds a little better. And they'll spend the next year or so trying to work these deals out. But even what the administration put out earlier in the week of all the different subjects that they're going to go through, you don't do those in a few days. So, look, he's got a problem, but as you said, it won't really matter till next November.
Sean.
Time.
Look, I think as long as he gets results, so if he can get a framework with some of these countries that talks about and addresses these high tariff rates, non-tariff barriers, et cetera, and then takes it down, that's a model going forward. That brings more people to the table. I think at the end of the day, most people are concerned about the actual result. It was funny, there was a Frank Luntz focus group that he put together, I think Thursday or Friday. I've got it in my show tonight, where he had 24 people on there, and he starts saying, God, this has got to be hitting your wallet, your 401k. And they were all like, yeah, but we're good with that. And I think this is where the media misses the strength of Trump's base. And this is why the polls, may be what they are, but I don't think have the impact that they normally would have on any other politician, because Trump knows that the base is giving him a very long leash to get things done. And I get that it's, maybe an iterative process. But the fact of the matter is, after decades and decades of being taken advantage of, putting a framework or a roadmap forward is actually a positive sign.
Hey, want to be part of the two-way community all the time? Hit the subscribe button. Great video clips like this, plus conversations like no other, full episodes and more, always available on this channel. You got to hit subscribe to never miss a thing.